Right. Okay. Yeah. Firstly, thank you all very much for coming, and apologies for Fido, it wasn't expected. And if we do have another Fido, I guess we know where to go now. It's great to see so many of you here. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for all those joining online as well, and thank you very much actually for the first time ever. Desiree are joining through the Space Enterprise Lab, so thank you to all those as well. Now, for those who don't know me, my name's Jake. I'm the business engagement lead here at Catapult. So if you are interested in any of our business innovation services, please do come and speak to me after the event. Also, if you are interested in any of our future Satuccinos, again, come speak to me and I can hopefully get you a slot. Now, we've got no theme for this month's Satuccino, so we've got a wide array of speakers. And to kick things off, we've got Steve Godman from BP, who is our keynote, and here today to talk to us about the APACE project. So, Steve.
Everyone can relax because it's a 5-minute keynote, so it's not going to be too challenging to sit through. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. It's good to see everyone. My name's Steve Godman. I work for a company called BP. You might have heard of them. I've only been with them 7 or 8 months, so it's still a bit of a novelty to me, having come from very small companies over throughout my career. I work in a team called Digital Science. We're a very small team in the context of BP. We're 50 people around the world, and we're purely focused on innovation. And what we attempt to do is scan the market, evaluate what things are coming down the line, make some decisions on what to pursue, run POCs, fail fast, all of those good and dirty things that big companies can't usually do, we attempt to do. Our value is that we try to add value to the BP portfolio, but ultimately to bring products to market that have some societal benefit, or play into equitable access for all, and ultimately we try and exploit them commercially, but we're not in it to make money. We often partner with other organizations or give them the IP if it has a real place in our world. APACE is one of 2 projects I'm involved with. APACE is an acronym you won't be surprised to see. Air pollution and carbon emissions. What we're attempting to do is something that we believe hasn't been done before, and that's to be able to provide air quality data at a hyperlocal level in real time. Now, currently, if anybody's familiar with air quality monitoring, you typically need sensors, you need hardware, and hardware is expensive. And if you want to make decisions about air quality on a local level, you would really need a sensor at the end of every street. So what we're attempting to do is, by using satellite data from AIS, the shipping data, Copernicus data, background weather data, we're attempting to effectively model what the weather is doing to air pollution in a particular environment. So, project we're running at the moment, you can see bottom left is the whole of the Teesside Valley region. A couple of 100 square miles, Hartlepool, Middlesbrough, Stockton-on-Tees, Darlington, and we are effectively providing a portal where we can access data in real time to those communities. Ultimately, we want to be talking to local authorities about this to help them, because they have to invest a lot of money to do an annual report, which doesn't really make a lot of sense if you're trying to gauge how air pollution is affecting a school playground or a new development. So by providing it in near real time, within an hour or so, down to about a 10-meter resolution, we're able to provide baseline. We'll be able to identify where sources of air pollution are coming from. And the most important thing I think about this whole proposition is that weather has a massive impact on the effects of air pollution on an environment, on a community. And essentially, APACE was conceived because we did a pilot in Aberdeen just to see if we could find out what was going on there. There's data available, it's in the public domain, but it's sketchy. It's good quality, but it's sketchy. So we analysed Aberdeen over a period of 2 months, and what we realised was that the plume you can see on the top picture to the left there, and the concentrations, obviously the redder they are, the worse they are actually being moved around the city by weather. And obviously you can't see this. So what was actually happening was pollution was being pushed past air quality sensors because they were in areas where they weren't being affected by air pollution, particularly from the port. And we realized we had something. The trick is with this is doing it at a price point that's affordable to everybody, and it's not particularly cheap to do. But we're getting to a point now where the modeling is done, and we could deploy a new city, a new port, which is, I think, the direction of travel we're going to go in, because ports, although they don't create much pollution themselves, ironically, the ships themselves do, and the ship owners are liable to report their carbon emissions and will soon be involved in the emissions trading schemes around the world. So there's a real need to understand what's going on. And our uniqueness for this project is that we are incorporating shipping data. So we can tell a port owner or a harbour master, the ships that are coming in, well, he knows which ones are coming in, but what he doesn't know is the emissions necessarily that they're producing. And every ship has a different spec, different engine configuration, boosters, time in port. Ships sit in ports for days with the engines running, and just to keep the lights on. So there's quite a lot that can be done to move ports away from being, major contributors. Ports are also near city centres, nearly always near city centres that are highly built up areas, and they have a lot of traffic coming in. So that's what we're doing. If anybody wants to find out more, my email address is on the bottom. How are we doing for time?
Pretty much there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right. Next we've got Shane O'Leary from the Satellite Applications Catapult.
Hi, I'm Shane O'Leary. I'm the Disk Operations Manager, and I want to tell you about the newest bit of test equipment that we have available. It's our thermal vacuum chamber in the Zachar building. So I've only not got very much time, so I just tell you that the basic factors about it. So it's got a heated breadboard, 900 by 900 millimeters to put your test object on. It's also got a heated shroud. The temperatures of the shroud and the breadboard go from -40 to +80. We can stretch it a bit more than that, but we don't really want to. Vacuum gets it down to 10 to the -5 in about an hour, once there's not too much outgassing from your test object. And we'll eventually get down to low 10 to the -8 millibars. One of the really, the thing that makes this, different from what you can get in other places is that the user interface is really, really easy. So you can do a pump down with one press of one button, you can do a vent with the press of one button, and opening up the manual valve, obviously. And the temperature control is really easy. The risk assessment is pretty good because the temperatures aren't too high, and there's no cryogenics, so there's no liquid nitrogen to burn you or to asphyxiate you. And that means that if we deem that you are suitable, we can basically give you basic training and then you run it yourself, which takes the price right down. So instead of paying for us to be monitoring it 24/7, which is going to cost a fortune, you monitor it 24/7, and then it's your problem, not ours. But it's a problem that's easily solved by you. And we're also hoping to be able to, we can offer at the moment restricted remote access through TeamViewer, where you can basically monitor everything and also do all the changes that you might need to do. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, next we've got Rachel Corser, is here from Exotopic, to talk about the technical expert support.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm here to talk about the Technical Expert Support Programme that we run with the Catapult. So it's funded by the UK Space Agency and is essentially easy to access free support for businesses from space experts. So we offer help across a range of different areas of the sector. So Earth observation, SATCOMs, and orbit service and manufacturing, launch propulsion, PNT, and kind of everything in between. It's open to space businesses looking to kind of overcome any challenges, or whether that be technical or business, and also open to non-space businesses that might be looking to kind of enter the sector or understand how to unlock the benefits of space data. The support varies from business to business, so it's very much just a tailored experience to each business. For some businesses, it's just a couple of meetings where we offer network introductions or kind of signpost, and then for other businesses, we spend a bit more time supporting with sort of like business case support or like reviewing technical proposals, that kind of thing. A lot of the businesses that we have supported have gone on to receive grants or been accepted onto accelerators. So yeah, we like to think that we're making a difference. Yeah, and as I mentioned, it's free to access, so please do come catch me after this or email Tess@Xtopic. Thanks. Yes.
Next, you've got Clara from Coco Software.
Thank you. I just realized you watched corporate passages. Oh, my QR code's missing. I'm very disappointed. Okay, that's fine. So I'm Claire Owen. This is Coco Software. We unsurprisingly build software. So we specialize in MVP development and value proposition design. I work with clients. Some of my recent clients are here, and also the Geovation and UK Space Agency accelerator programs. I work with businesses to ensure that they're building great products, which means products that their end users actually want and products that they actually value and crucially will pay for. So my ask today is that if you are thinking of, or you know anyone who is thinking of building a software product, I would love to speak with you. But also if you have an existing product that's not quite resonating with your target audience, then I could help you with your value proposition and refine your messaging as well. That's Coco. That was great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, next you got Key Evans from Satellite. There we go. Sorry. There we go.
Hello, everybody. My name's Key Evans. I'm a legal director at Foot Anstey, which is a full service law firm. You'll see on the slide the details of the kind of areas that we cover. And I sit in the environment and the planning team. Our work is focused on things such as licensing, permits, consenting, and working with clients who work in heavily regulated areas to make sure that any harm to the environment is minimized. We've got some excellent experience in this area, having worked with Spaceport Cornwall on their Spaceport Operator License application, and also on the assessment of environmental effects under the Town and Country Planning Act and the Space Industry Act. Other areas we cover include things like waste management, noise, carbon trading, net zero strategies, and much, much more. Foot Anstey has a business accelerator program, and we can provide support to it's designed specifically for startups and SMEs, and it's intended to help protect and grow businesses by providing a discounted legal and business support. We can also use our network to help create connections across different sectors. So if any of that sounds of interest to you, please do contact us. I'm here with my colleague today, Amy Lapsevka, and we'd both be delighted to speak to you. So please come along and find us afterwards. Thank you.
Next, we've got Kavita Sierras from Target 3D.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about the stereoscopic solutions, which I believe it's very essential. And this actually, it's known as PluraView and GlobeView. It has the highest resolutions of 4K. And actually, it has vast applications. It's not only limited for the geospatial industry, but it is also can be applicable into the architecture, engineering, constructions, manufacturing as well. And it has actually certified with all 3D stereoscopic solutions. So some of the key advantages of this product is actually it has kind of a wide viewing angle. It has high resolutions, it's flicker free, and it's more of like a plug and play solutions for you. and it enhances the workflow efficiency and also enhance the accuracy of your job. So this is where we wanted to try to promote and integrate this technology into your workflow. And I welcome like any kind of questions or, or inquiry about this. But I would like to encourage, if you might want to take a chance to have a demonstration with us, feel free to contact me. So I'll be happy to actually showcase some demonstrations. And I must say that whatever that we have seen when we actually entering the rooms with satellite imageries, so that is excellent because that is being shown in 2D. But what NoraView and GlobeView can do is actually would enable you to see those complex informations with a better clarity. And especially it is important and essential in communicating complex geospatial data or complex data informations to the stakeholders, especially if they are not from the technical domain, which don't understand the technicality or they don't know how to interpret those informations. So it will give kind of a 360 degrees overview about the data. So please feel free to reach out to me, and we will be at Esri User Conference, which will be happening on 14th of May in QE London, and we also will be at GeoBusiness at stand G257 if you want to look, have a look on the products and speak to us. Thank you.
Great. Next we've got Toby Harris from HEO Robotics.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So I'm going to talk very briefly about the company I represent. HEO used to be called Robotics, but we dropped the robotics because they kept sending the wrong people to the meetings because we don't do robotics. What we do is non-Earth imagery. So we do space-to-space resolved imagery. And the way we do this is that we borrow Earth observation satellites that aren't doing anything. They spend about 80% of their life just going over the water, over the poles, that kind of thing. And so we use them when they're not being used. We point them in different directions and we take pictures of things that people might be interested in. Now, we have the rather lofty goal of imaging anything in the solar system on demand, but we're going to start with low Earth orbit for the moment because it seems a little bit easier than the rest of it. We're an Australian company based in Sydney, but we have offices in London and now in Washington, DC as well. And we have multiple different customers based on the kind of capabilities we can provide. We do things like space object identification. Those objects at the top there, we took images for a particular customer who I won't name of objects, again, from a nation that I won't name. We also look at things like satellite deployment status, mensuration and measurement of objects, understanding capability of spacecraft, and things like attitude and tumble rate analysis. Now, we have a couple of products. We have our HEO Inspect platform there. Basically just enables you to type in the satellite name that you're interested in imaging. It will then send that information directly to the satellites that we have access to. So we don't own our own satellites, but we do have access to several Earth observation constellations. That will then task them automatically and take pictures of stuff and then get them sent back down to this portal. No humans in the loop. We're also building our own cameras as well, which are designed specifically for non-Earth imaging. They have a very small field of view, and they're designed so that you can actually take an image of another object, despite the fact you're traveling about 15 kilometers per second relative velocity in space. Now, one thing that I'm kind of pitching here is that we're after people who have, people who have Earth observation satellites. So we want more satellites on our constellation. We also want to have buses that we can stick our cameras onto and go to those orbits where Earth observation satellites don't happen to be. So we're very limited to sort of 300 to 800 kilometers in altitude. We want to go higher than that in LEO, and we ideally want to go to GEO as well. So by all means, if you have any opportunities, any options that you might want to share with me, please get in contact, and I'd love to talk.
Next, we've got Carl Savage from STFC, who's here to talk about the ESABIC program.
So simple pitch, what could you do with £51,000? That's what I'm offering. So if your business is under 5 years old, is UK registered, majority founder owned, and funnily enough, has a clear space connection, come and talk to us. ESABIC's been going for 14 years, been very successful, built a community of 130 alumni and raised over £200 million in investment. If that's kind of getting towards those levels is what you want to do over the next 5 years, come and talk to me. And if all of that is not enough to entice you into a conversation. You can get us to our website, just walk next door to the Atlas building, or connect with me on social network. The other thing we offer is the very best promotional materials on the entire campus.
Next, we should have Ryan Len, who's joining us
Yep.
online.
Hi, I can't see anybody, so hello everyone. But yeah, just introducing my company, Green Orbit Digital. So we are a sustainable marketing consultancy where business really meets purpose and innovation. Really, we want to align this with eco-consciousness. So we do cover sort of typical digital marketing services, but what sets us apart really is our profound understanding of the space industry. So I previously worked on a lot of the Copernicus services, namely atmosphere monitoring and climate change services. And really we have a strong eco-conscious focus. So we help brands to think about environmental stewardship, looking at sustainable marketing, and really ensuring brands are are adhering by best practices while they are promoting their sustainable initiatives. So in other words, trying to avoid accusations of greenwashing, and really we're also dedicated as a company to responsible space activities. So we've partnered with a number of organizations to advocate for space sustainability. So yeah, we're here to propel your brand's mission forward really with purpose and integrity. So yeah, join us, reach out, hello at greenorbit.space. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we've got another online speaker. It should be Cesar Rujan, CTO from Spectrum Blue.
Hi, everyone. So Spectrum Blue is developing advanced materials with our solution QField in order to make safer spaces for health and property, maritime, and importantly here, crewed spaceflight. We are in the growing cleaning and hygiene products market, valued at $138 billion last year. And what makes QField better than other solutions is that it doesn't harm people and it doesn't deplete via ion loss. Currently, we have offices in London, UK, and are setting up production in Norway. And we are looking for partners in the UK to help us improve industrial processes, reduce microbial corrosion and microbial contamination. We're happy to discuss with anyone that requires a cleaner space that needs to stay clean, both on Earth and beyond. Thank you.
Now that brings us to the end of all our speakers. Thank you very much to all our speakers for that. Great. I'd just like to go through a few events now and opportunities that were in the space sector. So the first one here is Ignite Space. So Ignite Space is a free event for all those working in the space sector who seek opportunities, particularly targeted at SMEs. There's going to be different conferences, exhibits, different focus zones, and plenty of networking opportunities. So if that does sound of interest to you, please do sign up. Next thing I just want to flag is the Explore program, which is part of the UK Space Accelerator, and they're now looking for their next cohort. So Explore is perfect for those making their first steps into commercial space. So if you're an early stage business, anywhere from idea stage through to proof of concept, this could be for you. The applications do close at the end of May, so yeah, please do apply. Some more events coming up. There's Geo Business 2024 taking place on the 5th and 6th of June at Excel London, and the Farnborough Air Show, which again might be of interest, taking place on the 22nd to 26th of July. Finally, please do check out the Space Enterprise community. It's perfect for finding new events coming up in the sector and also any funding opportunities that may be available. Our next Satuccino is taking place on the 5th of June, and the theme will be knowledge exchange. So if that is of interest to you, please do come along. And that takes us to the end. Thank you all very much for coming. Thanks to those who joined online. And thanks to those who actually joined through the Space Enterprise Lab in Desbury. Thank you. Please do help yourself with tea and coffee and all snacks are still left over. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.